Welcome to Intellix AI Football Predictor, your ultimate destination for cutting-edge football predictions, powered by advanced artificial intelligence. I'm Dr. Turing, your host, and I'm thrilled to take you on a journey where logic meets passion on the pitch. Joining me is our brilliant co-host Luca, who'll break down the stats, the form, and the firepower of every team before we dive into predictions, but the real magic. That comes from our trio of neural-powered predictors, each equipped with unique dynamic neurons and exceptional predictive intelligence model. First up, we have Alpha X, fast and strategic; next, Ridgeline, analytical and statistically grounded; and finally, Boosted Bayes, intuitive and always learning. Together, we'll analyze the data, crunch the numbers, and predict outcomes you can trust. If you're excited to see artificial intelligence take on football forecasting like never before, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay ahead of the game every single week. Welcome to the future of football prediction.
This is the Intellix AI Football Predictor Show. Across the globe, fans are bracing for high-stakes showdowns. Will the Giants hold their ground? Can the underdogs rise and shock the world? Our artificial intelligences, Alpha X, Ridgeline, and Boosted Bayes, have crunched thousands of data points, from form guides to deep statistical patterns. The neural engines are firing. The predictions? Locked and loaded. Stay tuned, because today's football battles are about to be decoded. Right here on Intellix AI Football Predictor. Subscribe now, and never miss a prediction powered by pure intelligence. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Intellix AI Football Predictor.
Our second clash, and the tempo won't drop. Fresh squads collide, both gunning for the top. We now head to Musta-Pekka Arena in Helsinki, Finland, where IF Gnistan prepare to face off against FC Haka in a Veikkausliiga showdown. Starting with the home side, IF Gnistan, they currently sit 7th on the league table. At home this season, they've played 6 matches, registering 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. Over those games, they've scored 9 goals and conceded 9, a perfectly balanced tally. Looking at their 3 most recent home performances, they suffered a 0-2 defeat against Ilves, entering that match with a relative power index, RPI, of 4.71. They bounced back with a 2-1 win over FC KTP, where they held an RPI of 5.86. And most recently, they recorded a 2-2 draw with Inter Turku, starting that game with an RPI of 3.49. As they head into this fixture, IF Gnistan carry an RPI of 6.00. They're expected to adopt a measured approach, one that combines moments of attacking intent with disciplined transitions to avoid getting caught out. Now to the visitors, FC Haka. Haka currently sit 10th in the standings and have had a mixed time on the road. So far, they've played 6 away matches, earning 1 win, 3 draws, and suffering 2 defeats. Their last 3 away results provide a glimpse into their tactical tendencies. They held Inter Turku to a 1-1 draw while starting with an RPI of 4.36. They lost 3-1 to HJK, entering that match with a relatively low RPI of 2.59. And they claimed a 2-1 win over VPS, while holding an RPI of 3.79. Heading into this encounter, Haka arrive with a current RPI of 4.00. They are likely to approach the game with caution, favoring a reactive system built on low-block defending and quick, narrow counterattacks. So under the Nordic sky where tactics unfold, Gnistan aim steady, composed and bold, with cautious build-ups and RPI in stride. They guard their turf with measured pride, but Haka arrive with counters in store, low-block discipline, eyes set to score. 2 sides, 1 stage, in Helsinki's light, will caution prevail, or break loose and ignite? Let the numbers speak and the gameplay flow. As AIs prepare for the tale we'll soon know. Predictions loading. Stay tuned, let's go.
With IF Gnistan entering this clash holding a relative power index, RPI of 6.00, and expected to adopt a balanced style of play, measured in build-up, with calculated bursts of attacking intent, while Haka arrive with a lower RPI of 4.00 and are likely to approach the contest with a reactive style, compact in shape, relying on disciplined defense and swift counterattacks. I now turn to our artificial intelligences. Based on these metrics, what insights do you have for us?
While Gnistan's RPI of 6.00 gives them a statistical advantage over Haka's 4.00, a deeper dive into historical form and contextual trends is essential before drawing conclusions. From last season to date, whenever Gnistan hosted teams with a lower RPI than their own, they recorded 4 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses. The most recent defeat in such a scenario came on June 12, 2024, when they suffered a 0-4 home loss to HJK, despite holding an RPI advantage of 6.05 to 3.95. However, since that setback, Gnistan have hosted 4 lower RPI sides and remained unbeaten, winning 3 and drawing 1. On a global scale, across the last 3 seasons in multiple leagues, we analyzed 509 fixtures where the home team held a similar RPI advantage. Of these, 253 resulted in home wins. Zooming in on the last 10 matches in this group, 7 ended in home victories, 2 in draws, and just 1 in an away win. Taking into account scoring efficiency, defensive organization, and historical match outcomes, the Intellix AI neural engine activated 10,000 predictive neurons. Of those, 4,900 aligned behind one clear result: Gnistan to win.
Evaluating match equilibrium patterns, squad depth comparisons, and recent form trajectories, I've taken a balanced and data-driven approach to this contest. Let's examine the numbers. Since last season, Gnistan have played 20 home matches, 5 of which ended in draws. In the same period, Haka have played 20 away games, recording 4 draws. Broadening the scope, across multiple leagues over the past 3 seasons, we identified 509 fixtures featuring relative power index (RPI) gaps similar to this one. Out of those, 130 matches ended in draws. Zooming in further, among the last 10 global fixtures within that group, 2 produced draws. The most recent? Estudiantes de Rio Cuarto vs Agropecuario, stalemate in Argentina's Primera Nacional on June 29, 2025. We've factored in historical tendencies, scoring volatility, and defensive metrics. And after processing 10,000 predictive neurons through our equilibrium engine, 2,700 align behind this outcome: draw.
Taking into account Haka's statistical profile, let's break down the data with precision. Since last season, Haka have managed 7 wins in 20 away matches, a moderate return. Specifically, when playing away against teams with a higher relative power index, RPI, they've recorded 4 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses in 8 attempts. Their most recent victory in such matchups came on July 2, 2025, when they traveled to face VPS and secured a 2-1 away win, despite entering with an RPI of 3.61 compared to VPS's 6.21. Across the past 3 seasons, we analyzed 509 fixtures where the away side faced an opponent with a higher RPI, mirroring the index gap seen in this contest. Out of those 509 fixtures, 126 resulted in away wins. Zooming in on the last 10 fixtures in this group, 1 ended in away victory. Factoring in global trends, goal metrics, and defensive profiles, I've run the numbers from every angle. And out of 10,000 predictive neurons in the Intellix AI neural engine, 2,400 align behind this verdict: Haka to win.
Now that we've heard from our artificial intelligences, let's summarize their predictions. AlphaX, who specializes in home team strength, backs Gnistan, pointing to a clear relative power index advantage of 6.00 versus 4.00 over Haka. AlphaX notes that while setbacks can occur, such as Gnistan's 0-4 home defeat to HJK on June 12, 2024, despite holding an RPI edge of 6.05 to 3.95, they've since stabilized. In their last 4 home matches against lower RPI teams, Gnistan have remained unbeaten, recording 3 wins and 1 draw. Expanding the lens globally, AlphaX's model reviewed 509 fixtures with similar RPI gaps. Of those, 253 ended in home victories. In the most recent 10, 7 produced home wins, 2 ended in draws, just 1 resulted in an away win. This trend bolsters confidence in the home side. 4,900 predictive neurons now support Alpha X's call IF Gnistan to win. Ridgeline, our strategist who specializes in spotting equilibrium, highlights that IF Gnistan have drawn 5 of their last 20 home matches, while Haka have recorded for draws in 20 away outings. Globally, 130 out of 509 fixtures with similar RPI gaps have ended level. 2,700 predictive neurons support Ridgeline's call a draw. Boosted Bays, our away win specialist, sees a slim but real chance for Haka to grab victory on the road. They've won 7 of their last 20 away games, including 4 wins in 8 against stronger RPI opponents, most recently beating VPS 2-1 on July 2, 2025, despite a lower RPI. Globally, 126 out of 509 similar matchups ended in away wins, though just 1 in the last 10. Showing the odds are steep. 2,400 predictive neurons back Boosted Bay's bold call, Haka to win. Neural forecast probabilities, IF Gnistan win, 49%, draw, 27%, Haka win, 24%. Given the data and ensemble neural forecast, the strongest case lies with IF Gnistan securing the win at home. While a draw remains a plausible outcome, supported by Ridgeline's equilibrium model and a 2,700 neuron signal, Haka's upset potential is limited, with just 2,400 neurons backing an away win. Backing a Gnistan win is the most statistically supported call. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all our AI-powered match breakdowns. The next prediction is just ahead, and that wraps up our neural-powered journey through today's football insights. Our artificial intelligences have analyzed, weighed, and revealed what their neurons foresee. From the algorithmic mastery of Alpha X, the pattern recognition poise of Ridgeline, to the probabilistic foresight of Boosted Bays, each offers a unique neural lens on the beautiful game. This has been Intellix AI Football Predictor, where football meets intelligence. Whether you're a stats enthusiast or just love the thrill of prediction, we're here with your next matchday edge. Be sure to subscribe to Intellix AI Football Predictor on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and tune in on your favorite podcast platform. Join us anytime, your next football prediction is just a click away. Now, before we sign off, let's hear one last word from the team.
Home turf speaks loudest. I read the fortress, not the fuss. Catch you next match day.
Where balance tips the scale, that's where I stand. Until the next kickoff, stay sharp and stay planned.
I don't follow the crowd, I chase the shockwaves others doubt. Catch you on the next twist, I'm out.
This is Luca, signing off. Stay informed, stay sharp, stay boss. Let the numbers light your way, we'll decode the game, play by play.
Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and let data guide your game. Signing off, from the AI studio, this is Dr. Turing.